the world champion, Nelson Piquet.
It's the most amazing feeling in your life.
Damon Hill's world champion, their new world champion, Jacques Villeneuve.
I suppose it's the understatement of the year to say it's been a tough couple of weeks.
It's been a tough few months, but actually, really, in reality, it's probably been a tough few years. If we're honest about what life has been like at Williams, it hasn't been easy for one reason or another, but obviously we went into the strategic review process with our eyes wide open. We knew what the outcome could possibly be, and we've had to sell the team probably sooner than we would certainly have liked, but we have, and that's sometimes the cards that life deals you, and we get on with it. And I think the most important thing for us is that Williams is in good hands, and it's going to have a really bright future.
Reading the press release, it's very clear this is your decision to make. So could you have stayed on? What would have helped you to stay on?
It was absolutely my decision, and I'd like to make that really clear. I love this team. I've always loved this team, and I want to see it do well. But I think anyone, I hope, could understand that for me, working for somebody else would be potentially enormously difficult. I've run this team as my team for 7 years. And you put blood and sweat and tears into something like I have for the time that I have, made the sacrifices doing what we've done. This is a hard business. I've given it my all. And I've done that because I wanted to protect my family's legacy in this sport. I've done it because I'm my dad's daughter. And I felt almost it was my duty to do it, so to speak. And now that it's not ours, I don't feel that I could put the same amount of energy into it. And, you know, the past few years have been incredibly tough. They've taken an awful lot out of me. And if I'm honest, I think that probably Dorilton needs somebody that has more energy than I've currently got. Somebody that is going to put in more than I can currently give it to take it forward. I wanted to achieve so much more in this sport. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened for me. But I can go out of it knowing that, you know, I've done a few good things in this job. I haven't got everything right, by all means, but I can go out, I think, hopefully with my head held up high.
So what does the future hold for you now? I can't see you sat at home forever and a day, and I'm sure there are projects that are whirling around in your head.
People keep saying this to me, but I can't wait just to sit at home all day. I'm intrigued to know who I am away from this. And away from being Claire Williams and, you know, being Claire Harris, which is my married name, which I still haven't taken yet. So, you know, just to see what the real world, the normal world is outside of our Formula One bubble, I'm quite intrigued.
So what will your legacy be?
That's really difficult. I know what my dad's legacy is, and if I can, I'd like to just talk about that, because what my dad has achieved in this sport is monumental. It's extraordinary. He came from nothing. I think a lot of people have forgotten where this team came from. My dad literally came from nowhere with a small dream, and he fought and fought to get this team to where it is. You know, and he won 16 world championships despite having a horrific car accident. And he didn't care about that. He kept fighting. And for me, my dad is the most inspirational individual that I think, or one of the most, that this sport has ever produced. Today I've received a lot of messages from a lot of women that watch our sport and a lot of women that work in it, and saying that, you know, having a woman in such a high profile position in our Formula One has inspired them. And I never really thought about that a whole lot, but I've thought about it a whole lot more over the past few years and tried to embrace that and do what I can to promote more women into this sport, because it should be a sport that's got a much greater gender diversity. And if I've inspired one woman to come into this sport, for me, that makes me incredibly happy.
Did you enjoy it though?
I've loved my role. I don't know what people say about, you know, well, she's only in the job because Frank's daughter. Of course I'm only in the job because I'm Frank's daughter. That's the whole point. But I've loved it. I feel so tremendously lucky that I've lived the life that I have, and it's given me everything that I have. And I've loved doing this job, and I you know, whether I can say, do I have any regrets? Of course I probably do. But I'm also still proud of what we've achieved, but most importantly, what our family have achieved in this sport. And I've loved having the opportunity to run this team, because it's a wonderful, wonderful team.
Enjoy your sofa.
Thank you.
But don't be a stranger, because we're going to miss you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.